I mean, there's a lot of melee cores you could match with it too. Like, they just banned out Sven. That's an old classic, but we've talked about that hero rising a little. Like Ursa. Not going to say CK Trent. That combo's dead.
Yeah, yeah. What are the best IO pairings when you're getting doomed, though? You know, like Luna's kind of okay if you're getting doomed. It's like, all right, I'm still right-clicking. Gyro, again, somewhat okay, especially with the Aghanims. If you get off your flat cannon first, might be all right. Spectre's also still there. I could see that as a possibility. Even though it's not like a traditional pairing, I could also see it just because, you know, Spectre's kind of broken right now. Pretty good versus Doom.
Yep. Spectre's good with any kind of lane support there that has some sustain.
I think if you did like Spectre 1, you could still have like a Bristle or something where you did like kind of a mid-game focus with a relocate or something. I don't think you don't have to go for this crazy like A-B pairing that you need with the IO.
Yeah.
Again, I do think they should just ban Gyro though. I feel like that's still pretty good.
It feels safe. I don't know if it's like a counterplay to the Doom, but Wisp Ursa also scares me a little bit. Ursa's already a scary hero, and when you add a farm accelerator there, I always worry about that.
I think we've seen IO Ricky a little bit coming back too. That was like a very brief thing after the whole IO CK phase. We had some like IO Ursas and IO.
They banned Luna instead. Okay.
Yeah. I do think Luna's nice for the Doom factor. It's just like, sure, she might not get off her ulti. I feel like she probably still will, honestly, but
she's
the right clicks are still there.
She's all good. Grimstroke, Queen of Pain, the first two bans by OG. I do like that OG have the Rubik, though. Whenever you have the Wisp picked up, if this is the support pair, at least you've got a disable. You've got some burst damage coming out of the Rubik. And already pretty good steals. Doom Undying. They've got a lot of nasty spells.
Yeah, what about VP.Prodigy, though? What do we know about these guys? They love their Morphling picks. We know that. It's still in. Especially when you start thinking about IO pairings, a lot of them suffered a Morphling. Like the Gyro, for example. You just like you're better Morphling if you take him over or whatever, copy him.
I've been thinking about yesterday when I said, how do we counter Morphling? And your response was, aside from Ancient Apparition, I don't think we've really come up with much.
Yeah, I mean,
I still don't know how to
true.
deal with Morphling, really, in this current meta.
He just doesn't have those like crazy hero counter picks.
Yeah. It's not that he's definitely beatable, but it's not through not through a 1-to-1 hero. We need OD back. That was my only counter to the Morphling. That was all I had. That was my one little draft.
Yeah.
I had a little cheat sheet above my monitor, and it said, if Morphling, pick OD.
Do not pick Ember. You know, that was...
Yeah. All right. I'm feeling... Well, it's Core Wisp or Core Rubik. I'm thinking Core Wisp, though. We've got the Ogre Magi.
What if it's Core Ogre?
Tubbs McGubbs. It could be Core Ogre. I think he's probably better on support, but we'll see. Haven't seen a Core Ogre in a hot minute. I hear Midas.
I haven't seen a Core IO in a hot minute since they changed that... Since they nerfed both the Helm and the MKB, I was just kind of like, ooh, I don't know about this. Seems kind of bad now. But maybe with the Bloodlust, it'll actually be...
What does the Wisp Ags do?
Oh, I forgot mid ones are 1 now.
Is that legit?
All right, it's definitely a mid 1 IO, actually. I take it all back.
Welcome.
Because mid 1 actually spammed IO for like a month, like 2 months ago.
Welcome back to the light. Don't worry, my friend. I will lead you through the darkness. Core Wisp. Oh, I can't wait. I'm jiggling in my chair, buddy.
Again, I guess still might not be, but that does make it way more likely, like 10 times more likely because it's mid 1 now.
I'm excited to see a core of any of these 3 heroes, honestly. IO, Rubik, or Ogre. I think this is going to be a good one. Phoenix now for VP.Prodigy. Some team fight for you. Little extra fire. Tombstone and Egg. It's a good hero.
Yeah, that's a lot of like taking over an area stuff.
Yeah. And the Faceless Void. We've been seeing this hero more and more.
What the hell we're doing?
Yeah, this is some OG stuff.
Oh, please be mid one IO. Don't give mid one the void again. Come on, it would have been fun.
Is it a Thompson IO? Thompson had a really rough day yesterday. He played.
He did. He
Invoker,
had a pretty.
And then what did he play? Game 2.
Arc Warden.
Arc Warden. That was it.
Yeah.
And both of them just not really able to take off. I think part of it a testament to Nigma pressuring him and putting extra resources into giving him a tough lane. But finally seeing a Kunkka pickup. Usually he's banned in this final couplet, but he'll get picked up 4th by VPP.
Yeah, they're getting some nice heroes here, I have to say. Their draft is dirty. These are like 4 first phase bannable heroes. Kunkka's like slipped a little bit, but Phoenix, Undying Doom, all very strong. Looking at OG's lineup, at this point, with the Kunkka mid, maybe they could void mid. I don't know. But if I had to guess, it might be Seb Ogre.
Void mid.
And No Tail IO and Faceless Void.
Okay, all right.
I feel like the core IO is falling off here.
So if that is true, though, position 3 Ogre, do you think that's actually good? Like, does this hero scale well enough with farm to make it worth putting him on the 3?
I think he's still a pretty good aura bot, as it were.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, he's
pick up auras, run at heroes.
Do you go Midas?
But hey, that's the point of drafts, right? It's open, so
it's open.
We can all keep our hope alive that it's a core IO.
It's just like my sketchbook. It's a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Batrider and Abaddon banned out by VPP. There's that Morphling you mentioned. I think that's
so they're banning for the Thompson IO.
They sure are.
Looks like, yeah. Of course, Thompson. I could see Thompson playing the Faceless Void too, and like even if it's safe lane, then just giving mid one the mid IO if they do it that way.
It's true, right? You know it's going to be Kunkka or Doom mid, so that opens up some possibilities for OG to put a melee mid without too much trouble. There's also just a lot of Thompson heroes left. They did ban out his Invoker, but if they think that Venge is still viable, I mean, obviously Arc Warden. And OG will have final choice. So 9th pick now over to VP.Prodigy as Anti-Mage gets banned out.
So Spectre's still in. The team has a lot of stuns. Spectre generally looks pretty good. You also have Sunray and Soul Rip. Plus Doom can buy like auras and stuff. Looks like a pretty good Spectre game. Other than that, he really likes PL. It's not a particularly amazing PL game, I don't think.
There's the Ursa. All right.
The Bear Man.
Big fan of this hero.
Very good versus Undying in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I can be friends with them.
Yeah. And here it is. Final choice will be the Mirana. So I'm thinking it's a Mirana Thompson. No, it's a Seb Mirana, Thompson Void, and mid one IO.
Excellent.
So Saksa will take the Rubik. And Ogie McGee, he'll be there on No Tail. So it was the core IO all along. Trent was all over the place this draft, of flip-flopping from one side to the other. Mid one's playing it. No Thompson's playing it. No Tail's playing it.
I was giving you the perspective of how hard it is to draft versus OG.
Oh, right.
You're welcome.
Thank you for helping us get into the heads of VP.Prodigy.
I always try. Mind you, VP.Prodigy were very on point throughout that. They kind of just held fast that this is probably a core IO, and they just played it like it was for most of the draft.
So what's kind of cool, though, is they do have some tools, right? Like, I think Ursa is pretty good against a core IO in theory, has big burst damage. Wisp has pretty low armor. You've got Doom, so that's obviously some good lockdown to try to initiate fights. And you've got Kunkka, someone else who can catch heroes, pretty good burst damage, a lot of lockdown. VP.Prodigy certainly do have options.
Yeah, you know what I think was really smart was banning the Abba, too, because now they have no way to dispel the IO. So if you get like a Spirit Vessel or something, just kind of stuck with it. I feel like that could be a real problem for the IO.
Yeah, you're making a good point there. Spirit Vessel pretty darn good against Wisp. We will get to see another one of these. Ursa Cubs, though. The cosmetics game is on point. And when we get into this lobby, I also want to investigate this Mirana set of cosmetics. I don't think I've seen this one. I'm loving that hairdo, though. I wish I had hair like that.
You're trying. You're getting there.
I mean, I'm slowly working on it, but I'm cynical I'll be able to get to these luscious locks.
Prepare for battle.
What is this Marana said? Is this new? Where did this come from? Look at that bow, dude. The Dark Fall Warden? That thing is awesome. It's got energy coming out of it.
I don't know, buddy. I don't have the info for you.
The Dark Fall Warden hair? Dude. I'm going to show up at my hairdresser and say, I want this.
Let me just get the extensions.
Yeah.
Oh, here. I have my dreads here. Just weave these bad boys back in.
Oh, my. All right. Game 1. Full best of 3 elimination, and then another lower bracket elimination after this. Big day for the teams. Exciting day for the viewers. Trent,
yeah,
it's a pleasure to be here with you, buddy.
Yeah, very excited. And, yeah, this, the Void mid, I mean, it is interesting that Kunkka has that sort of problem, though, where it's a very survival mid versus the very best, but it also gives you opportunities for stuff like this. So you can hurt your draft. And as much as I love the Pirate, if teams will abuse you like this and do things like put a Faceless Void mid, you might want to dodge the Kunkka a little bit more, unless you're really good at Kunkka. So FN, definitely a bit of a spammer. I look forward to seeing him play it.
Yeah, and some melee matchups, I think Kunkka can dominate because the Tidebringer is pretty irritating as he levels up. But Void, one such hero that should be able to handle it pretty fine with Time Walk.
It's taking me rolling the dice a little bit, though.
Yep. I mean, likewise, I'm excited to see how Topson handles this mid lane. We will start in a 2-1-2, though. No lane shenanigans. Up, it'll be Doom Phoenix going up against the Wisp Ogre. Mid 1 Wisp, no tail Ogre. Already the Ignite comes out.
Yeah, for some reason, IO just got free boots this patch. I don't know why, but they decided that was a fair buff.
Well, that follows the historic trend of this hero.
Like, actually just got plus 40 movement speed, I think it was. Flat out, that was the only change for IO. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, now, brown boots are plus 45, so he is a little gimped.
That's true. They had a hole in them. It's fine. But, I mean, it's kind of interesting. You had some problems because, like, you were basically forced to tether the helm creep and everything, so you have some actual movement speed to start the game.
Right.
And so,
a little more dynamic.
Let's go over what the build was, though, I guess, right? It was rush the helm, basically, like, straight into MKB.
Yes, and that was before we had the extended cost on MKB, so you could buy it super, super quick. Now there's that extra gold on the recipe.
And it was when the helm, the creep damage was plus 40, which made it really broken with IO.
Yeah, so you're cruising around super fast, you got the spirits, and then you auto-attack also dumb fast, so the MKB was extra value. What is the Wisp bags right now? Spirits passively spawn around you. Okay, yeah. Max of 5. I doubt that's going to be a key part of the build. You don't.
It gets worked in.
You don't get the damage until level 20. I guess I mean like it's not going to be an Aghanim's rush. I don't think.
I don't know. He rushed it on Void. Although people have been trying out the Void one, so I won't be too hard.
He rushed it on Void. Surely that's 1-to-1 to core Wisp.
I mean, it's basically the same thing. Like, actually, it's pretty much just a farming eggs at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't know how good the Ags for Void in terms of farming is. We didn't really get to see it for that long, and he got killed like 3 times immediately after picking it up, so we didn't really
it is really good for farming, but his was just a little bit too late due to the game state.
I feel like I need to see a good example of it to really digest it. Looking at this mid matchup, Kunkka is winning it right now. 17-2 compared to the 12-1 of Topson's Void. They are trading blows right now.
And oh, Seb blocked it, though. That's kind of funny. I know. Soul Rip. Oh, that was so sick.
Oh, they still find it. Ian dies down bottom.
I was wondering why he was waiting so long, but he got just in range of those creeps. Almost worked. His mission was kind of successful, though. He was trying to make sure that's the Campton spawn after they dewarded it. And so he was body blocking it, but then they forced him off with 2 heroes, but then Seb actually body blocked it anyway to get the angle on the arrow. So, victory through death.
Kill secured. Wisp farming okay. About even with the Ursa right now, so not a huge disparity there. Really just this mid lane is the big gap.
All right, this is kind of sick, though, how you can just buy Crown and Helm as your laning items.
Yeah. Talk about value. Plus 4 stats, 5 armor, 5 HP regen at 4 minutes. That's pretty dope.
You actually don't need to buy anything else, especially with free boots.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. So, Helm of the Dominator queued up for Wisp. That is the item.
I mean, what was the recipe added on MKB?
I think it's 550 now.
Yeah, so it was like basically the same thing anyway.
I think it was originally 250, and then they gave it an extra 300 in 7.27B.
So they gave it 350 and then they increased it to 550. But with your free boots, it's basically cost the same now. It all comes together for Core IO.
There you go. Well, it is a fan favorite, so...
Yeah, but no Arcana.
I was just going to say that, like mid one. Ah.
At least No Tail's got us covered here.
Yes, that is true.
He has not accrued enough gems yet, though, unfortunately.
That mid one's making him look bad, though. This is OG esports, Trent, all right?
No. That should help.
Mid lane starting to level out a little more. FN still leading by 7 or 8 last hits, but over time, gap growing less. FN doing the classic Kunkka stuff. Meanwhile, down bottom, Ian getting chased down, and also a battle over a huge stack in the top lane. I think this is a triple stack. OG trying to get the most of it. Right now, just those little Dark Troll skeletons getting finished off by DM. The Righteous Doombringer.
Yeah, they're really close to the Helm. Yeah, it's on its way now, so... Save themselves some of these creeps. And I was looking at the start of the game, just how the scaling works between the Tidebringer and the Time Walk, and it works because you basically get to dodge every second Tidebringer, which at first doesn't sound that amazing, but you know, compared to other mid laners, that's
a lot of
obviously
mitigation.
what he relies on. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, really curious what items Thompson's going to build on the Void. Like, is this going to be an Ags game for the Void even?
Step lively now. Your admiral is
I think
on
it
board.
kind of depends on how fast mid one can play as to what his build has to be.
Up, O'Tail in some trouble. He's going to go down. Overcommits a little bit there. DM will find himself a kill in the top lane. Creep pull, going to be successful. Oh, this hurts for OG. See how much VPP can clear out of this. No tail up in just a couple of seconds. Oh, but Doom, he's got the shockwave. That's so good for clearing out these stacks quickly. Mid one trying to snipe a few of them. Hard to tell.
It's like your whole mana bar, but it's so worth it.
Yeah. All right, Helm is up on Wisp now. Yeah, 100 mana for shockwave. Doom's got 360. Bottom lane, Saksa. We fine. Arrow flies over just to cover him. Nails that little creep.
Never stood a chance. Everyone's gonna jungle a bit, leaves his hardy friend No Tail the Ogre in lane.
Pretty quiet laning phase, all things considered. 2 kills, 7.5 minutes. Both teams just focused on farm, and right now it is VP.Prodigy with a small advantage. Kunkka and Doom topping the charts as mid one heads into the jungle. He's got a centaur buddy now.
Him. He's looking.
Now, one thing we didn't really mention, though, similar to like CM versus Enchantress, can't Doom devour the Helm creeps?
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
That's sort of neat.
Yeah.
So mid one will be able to find new ones, but like in a team fight, just killing that creep straight away could give them an advantage if used at the right time. DM also level 6. Doom available if he has the mana for it. No Tail getting chased down as now the Ursa has made the rotation. Epileptic Kid. Easy kill. Meanwhile, in the jungle,
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
this is the real hallmark of the core Wisp, how quickly he's able to accelerate in the jungle.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And Evan's trying to punish that. He just can't get him.
Is under attack.
The Wisp is fast, 446 movement speed with the tether. He's not easy to latch onto.
It's busted.
It's still busted. We see multiple fights here. Moonlight Shadow comes out as Ian gets dove down bottom. We'll ring around the Rosie up top, but it looks like they'll leave No Tail to survive as they secure the kill down to the bottom lane on the 4 Undying.
Yeah, not gonna know that one. Up top now, No Tail also heading to the trees with the Moonlight Shadow running out.
Looking for a dive here. Doom available, so they have some tools to find this kill. Phoenix with the dive, scouts it out. Doom gonna hold the ulti. Epileptic Kid, though, coming in. Just saw this a minute ago, and it's going to end the exact same way. No Tail takes a tumble. Another kill up for VPP.
Yeah, he's trying to get as much as he can out of this tower since mid one didn't want to really play up there anymore. But
a bit of space creation, though, as OG do finish off that tower in the bottom lane. They will probably lose this tier 1 up top, but pretty even trade.
And mid one is heading for a halberd first, so pretty good item on IO just because of the Sange and all the benefits you get from that. Those all synergize really well with the IO.
Ben, Chronosphere available mid, Thompson thinking about it. There it is, deployed. Rubik with some follow-up. Arrow from Seb, hits save, and he might have lived up to his name to try to save his Kunkka, but it won't be enough. Now DM is here, still has the Doom, looking to drop it onto Seb as he heads east. By east, I mean west. Got him confused for a second there. But Seb's good. All right, nice chrono set up for Thompson, and he does have an SNY queued up. Potential God King build coming for Thompson here, Trent. I know how excited you get about the God King build.
Since we never see it, it's just so thrilling.
SNY into Manta Halberd. Unparalleled efficiency. IO, mid one, he's getting chased down. Nice stomp on the Centaur, but FN joins the party. It's going to be a 4-on-1. They're going to pop that energy bubble like the zit that he is. FN finds the kill.
And an instant smoke. They head towards mid. They have the Doom, but can they actually connect it on the top side? I need some big baits here. Oh, well, that works.
Well, top, they baited with the siege creep. That was a dank bait. Way to get the siege creep in position, boys.
That was so good. He just walked right in.
Like, straight into him. Like, hey, that siege creep's 2 hits for death. Maybe I'll get a bash and kill it in 1. Oh, fuck me. Oh, jeez.
It was just too perfectly timed.
Thompson kill secured.
How will they ever convince him? How will they ever hit this Doom? Let me run at this. I don't blame Thompson at all. I get it.
Dude, we're looking
too perfect.
We're looking at a lot of halberds this game. Mid one's going to get one, Kunkka's going to get one, and I actually think Thompson might eventually get one after this S&Y.
Yep.
It's halberd madness.
I really like it on mid one. I think that just makes, like, it's way too good versus the Ursa as well as with all the Sange bonuses. Like, you look at those bonuses, they're crazy for IO. 24% self HP regen, and then 16% stats resistance. Like,
engagement in the jungle. 2 of them found. It's DM and Ian, and they're going to be in big trouble. DM goes down straight away, and now the Undying will have no hope to retreat. A double for mid one as they get caught in the jungle.
And mid one just goes right back to work on the bottom lane. Back to his handy creep.
Maximum efficiency.
Structures are fortified.
Tier 1 mid, now under assault. OG grouping up. Have Chronosphere back. He's ready for Thompson to drop a sick Chrono to stop that Icarus dive. Now Moonlight Shadow. Thinking about the Chrono, looking for the perfect setup. Where's it going to be? He hesitates. Epileptic Kid pops the ult. Now they drop the Chrono on 2. It's FN and Ian. No save from the Undying, and FN will have no chance either. Phoenix Egg falls through, or goes through, but falls short of achieving anything.
Yeah, and he had no dive, so he just kind of got stuck in a bad spot. I think that's why they started pressuring in so hard, because they had this ward behind the tower, and they could see that he was just completely useless. Like once the dive's burnt on Phoenix in the early game, like 36-second cooldown, then you know that egg's gonna be really bad, so you can just like dive in with Chronos.
OG starting to take control. Only a 2-kill lead, but already 2,000 net worth in their favor. Mid one working on an ancient stack right now. Has the halberd. Meanwhile, down bottom, initiation. Void maybe in trouble. No tail.
Nice save.
Trying his best to play sacrificial lamb, and they're going to chase him down.
He tipped him. I mean, if he didn't hit that fire blast, he was dead. Because they would have doomed him, so. Big save, no tail.
Yep. And they don't get anything else. Just a position 5 ogre.
That is ogre, guys. Like, that is stay between the enemy and your carry. And you will be winning the game.
Yep, that was an appropriate throw your body at the situation kind of ogre play.
He's just so good as a hero at doing exactly that. Even in, like, the mid game and everything, just like any team fight, you just like try and run through the middle of it and keep stunning people. If you die, they have to spend so much time on you.
Look at the build on the ogre. 1-1-4. No Tail's maxed out the bloodlust this game. We have not been seeing this build as much.
No, yeah, for sure.
Ian.
I mean, his lane was a bit weird.
Yep, definitely. It's just speaking to the versatility of ogre, and even these like quote unquote outdated builds can still be viable. Max bloodlust.
And sweet.
Looking for another. They'll bump into FN. He'll throw the boat.
That's stolen though. Oh, he tornted first. Smart guy.
Very nice.
Nicely done, FN.
Very nice.
Soxa had already gone off 2 tombstones with that 1 steal before, so he was hoping for another big one. Cool, epileptic kid. That was a little bit close. Oh, they saw him.
They're gonna find him here. Epileptic kid running through the trees. Didn't notice, but that's actually a Midas on this Ursa.
Yeah, he's working.
I don't know if I love that. I guess didn't have space to go for the Battle Fury. Sort of felt like it would have been too slow against the aggro from this Wisp. I
It's also there's Midas value this game too, right? Versus the IO. I actually think that makes a bit of a difference.
Actually, that's a good point. Down bottom, I was going to say, they've got the Devour already, but having another Midas to eat that creep, interesting if we see it actually come into play. Seb up top, dusted, caught by the X. A couple of leaps, not going to be enough.
It's kind of funny because it's one of those things that gets mentioned every once in a while, but then you also always think like, yeah, but do you really want your Midas off cooldown? So it's like
that is a good thought too. Like you want to keep this thing on cooldown from farming in the jungle. You'd be kind of lucky to take a team fight where the Midas comes up just in time as the Wisp shows up with his little centaur.
I mean, I've definitely seen them spammed versus like, especially back in the heyday of Chen. That was like actually kind of a thing. It's like it just adds some value to it.
Like Clinks versus Chen. I always remember people talking about that potential counter on paper.
Man, Soxa is so greedy when he goes for these steals.
Ursa just doesn't love attack speed as much as some of these other Midas carriers.
Oh, Soxa. Got baited.
Yep. They're going to find a free Rubik, and now more. Void going to be the target. He gets doomed. No Tail goes down. Thompson says, well, I think I'm dead no matter what, so I'll take a couple of licks on the egg. And OG, they lose 3. Pretty big tumble in the mid lane.
This will be the hardest phase of the game for OG. Because they have the blink on the dude. Like, he's got the blink stomp. He's got drums working towards his BKB. Konko's going to be picking up his second item after the halberd, but now they have to worry about this Roche, too.
But Ursa,
it just feels like if they jump, it's really good for Virtus Pro right now.
Yeah, and this is like Ursa starting to come online in terms of his power spike. Up until now, he's had just a Midas. He really hasn't been that threatening, but SNY on the way, he's starting to come online a little bit. Epileptic Kid is certainly a threat. All right, Tops and Manta queued up next after the SNY. There's a new God King in town.
Seb kind of gave away their ward there. See if he gets punished for that one.
Is that a double damage rune? Gosh darn it, it is. Tops and you rascal, that's going to be an easy Roche. Well, this is a big win for OG. They deny Roshan #1 away from the Ursa.
Yeah, they need the big cooldowns to win those fights, so running to the Roche pit right now is definitely the correct play from OG.
Still 50 seconds on Doom.
Vlad's helm
Dire's
and
bottom
the
tower
halberd.
is
I wonder what
under
mid one
attack.
gets next.
Shadows take us.
Damage, I would imagine.
They are going to start running really low on damage as this game continues. Oh, they're going to find DM here in the river.
It's kind of two
Very
fights.
alone.
DM down bottom, then up top, Ian and FN also pushed back by No-Tail.
Nice
Chrono
Chrono.
comes out, connects on 2. The Doom and the Ursa, they'll need a little more damage to get this kill, and they've got it. Now they turn on to Ursa. Enrage has already been used. Soul Rip, not going to be enough. The Sunray helps, but he's down. 3 going to fall on the side of VP.Prodigy. 2 of them cores. OG take a good fight off the backside of that Chrono.
That was a little scary. Doom was coming up pretty soon, but they were just a little too spread. You had like a couple raiding heroes here. You had Doom here, and then Kanka was coming over from like this angle, or not Kanka, but the Ursa was coming from that angle. It just
FN.
was awkward. That's bad.
They found him jungling. He's tanky, but they got him.
Look at that slow.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Bottom lane. They're also going to find
another.
the Wisp, or the Phoenix rather. Tries to fly off the map, but mid one's right there. So a huge win for OG, as it turns out. Great team fight, and ends up being a 5-0 with those 2 follow-up kills, I believe. Clean
And
sweep.
they still hold Aegis too.
Yeah, for a long time. Still have 3 minutes till it expires. Bottom lane now, Thompson trying to go in onto the Ursa, but he'll get X'd and pulled back. Mid one with a relocate.
What a telekinesis from
Radiant
Soxa.
structures are fortified.
DM's got it handled.
OG gonna stick around. Glyph comes out, and now maybe the time to sound the retreat. Invisibility rune up on Seb, so he can scout things out. Gonna leave Thompson behind, or are they baiting with Thompson? Hit by the Infernal Blade, pulled back, can't time walk. Thompson might lose the Aegis. No, he'll live. Now the rest of OG initiate. The egg comes through. They're going to try to kill it. Thompson jumps in, and I don't think they're going to be able to make it happen. The rebirth will come through.
And they have the Doom. And the War
No-Tail's
Stomp.
fallen.
Oh, he missed the stomp.
Thompson might still live on the run. Time walk coming up, but X again. Can they get this Doom? He's okay. Now the turn the other way. Telekinesis into Arrow. It's a 4v5, but Seb jumps in with confidence, taking a lot of damage here, put into the Yules. They will bring down the Kunkka. It's a 4v4 now. OG a little bit light on gas, but Soxa with a stolen Sunray, healing up the team and now burning down Ian. It's VP Pro that are on the run all of a sudden. Epileptic Kid trying to make it out, but the Wisp very fast. They are going to jump forward. Time walk, finds a bash, finds the second. Epileptic Kid is down. Now Ian and Save in big trouble. Ian will fall, as will the bird, and that's 4 on the sideline. OG again with a huge fight.
I like
Radiant's
that
top tower
they
is under
tried
attack.
to force that. Oh, it was so close too. That initial telekinesis from
Radiant's
Soxa
top
just
tower has
really
fallen.
hurt their like first jumping, and then they still decided to go in, even though they were like
Radiant's top
kind of
tower is
baiting
under
from
attack.
OG. Like obviously Thompson knows they're still there while he's just like farming their ancients, but they still felt like they could do it. But the missing the War Stomp after the respawn
Radiant's
really
top
hurt.
tower is
Thompson was
under
actually
attack.
fairly separated right there.
And look at this mid one. It's going to be MKB, Trent.
Yeah, he queued it up before that one.
Oh,
Before that
pretty,
fight.
pretty close to it also.
Yeah.
I think when Wisp is your one, there comes a point where you have to transition into being able to kill folks to keep up this momentum. Makes a lot of sense.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, it's just like, the rest of the heroes too, that someone's going to have to do it.
Here we go. Initiation. Got to catch
Dire's
onto the
bottom
Kunkka.
tower is under attack.
Buyback status okay for VP.Prodigy, but they've already lost a lane of barracks. Tier 2 in mid and bottom.
Radiant's top
Not going to be
barracks
baited
has fallen.
into this fight here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, well, if you're VP.Prodigy, you still have some tools available. You still have a Doom in this game, so it is one of those things that can just like negate one of the enemy heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And then you also have an Ursa too, so like just a couple chain stuns and you can blow up even the tankiest opponents.
Looking at what could be our
Radiant's
4th
middle
halberd
tower
here.
has fallen.
Phoenix
Excellent.
has it queued up, and the Faceless Void does want an Aghanim Scepter. He did go God King. Right now, Manta and Halberd, and that's going to be into the Ags.
That seems interesting.
It is definitely an efficiency build from Thompson.
Is it that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised that you get it after the Manta and the Halberd, though.
Gets
like
AoE guaranteed stun is pretty good. I feel like I need to interview a pro player about the Void Agonists. I need a deep dive here, Trent. Can we get like a post-game interview here?
You call him up.
You got Thompson on your Steam list there, buddy? Can we give him a ring?
No, we're not. I'm not that cool. I don't. TI winners don't
Dyer's bottom tower is
gel with
under
my whole
attack.
friends list, you know.
Dire are
They get removed once they win TI. It's like, no, you're too good for this.
You remove them.
I send them away. Yeah. No, we were very close.
You
before.
proactively say, you know what,
Yeah.
No-Tail? I thought we were equals, but now I've realized you're so far ahead of me that I can't have you on my list.
Yeah, that's fairly accurate.
I see. Yeah, I had the same conversation with him. He
I
totally
think
understood.
the big value I see is like mid-team fight when he's diving onto this like Phoenix. Because Thompson keeps targeting save before the egg. And if he time walks over and just like instantly stuns the Phoenix, that's going to be pretty frustrating. He might actually just kill him.
Yeah. I guess it also does let you chain bashes. Like if you just right click until you get one, and then you time walk right away, you're guaranteed to like bash. And we have seen Void do double bashes, so it does give you the ability to triple bash somebody in theory. Sounds pretty nasty.
Yeah, it can do like the bash thing.
Yeah. Fortunately for No-Tail, put those wards down in vision of a sentry. And also in trouble himself. Arrow coming in, but off the mark. No-Tail actually does live. And now DM going to be repelled, healed up by a Soul Rip, and won't be enough to keep him alive. Doom on the sideline now, does have a buyback in case he needs it. No-Tail.
It's stolen rum.
Oh,
it's
it's rum. Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
There you go. I was like, what is happening?
Radiant's middle tower.
And
is under
Soxa looking
attack.
for a new steal. Ups in.
Did you just get Sunray? Oh, yeah.
He did. All right, here we go. Glyph comes out. They want Thompson, and they've got him. No.
And relocate him out.
They save him. Still doomed, though, so no chrono. Looking to pursue. VP.Prodigy struggling to find the connection, and now the turn the other way. Seb with an arrow. Chrono connects on 2. It misses Epileptic Kid, though. The disarm on Thompson mitigates a lot of the chrono, but he's still pretty healthy. Big damage coming out of OG as Ian will be the first casualty alongside No-Tail. Epileptic Kid now goes down, mid one sustaining, and it's looking like a bad fight for VPP. A 1 for 4, only able to get the OG 5.
That was unreal, man. Maybe we're just standing there right-clicking away.
That was a dieback on the Doom as well, as GG gets called. OG take game number 1 with a core wisp.
Radiant's middle barracks
26
are under
minutes.
attack.
That's that one timing in the mid game where it looked like VP.Prodigy might be able to get something done, but then OG just way too fast on punishing the lack of cooldowns right after.
Yeah.
They had a very good read on how VP.Prodigy could get back into that game, and they just completely denied it by forcing the Roche right after that and giving no opportunity for them. So, the core IO, you can't let these guys have IO.
Yeah.
You have to worry about it the entire draft. You don't know what lane it's going to be. The fact that mid one's now playing the position 1 just gives them even more tools with this IO because the guy has played a lot of IO. Impressive stuff.
Yeah. OG played well across the board. I think Seb played particularly well on that Mirana. Made a lot of space, set up some pretty good arrows. You look at that death score, and No-Tail was 7 of the 12 kills that VP.Prodigy had that game. So even though it didn't look that one-sided from like kill score, they didn't really pick up kills on the important heroes. I think No-Tail was pretty happy to trade his body for a lot of the team fights that they were able to pick up. Impressive stuff. Finally, Thompson gets a lane, Trent. That's nice to see after the series yesterday.
Yeah. Give me someone who can just live versus a Kunkka. Life will be good. He needed a bounce back day. So amazing Chronos too in those big fights. Like if he biffed Chronos, they would have lost some of those later fights. Like he needed good Chronos, especially that one where he caught the Ursa and the Doom. Like before the DM was able to get off his Doom as well. That was a huge one because that was a potential turnaround fight because there was a time where even though they had the Aegis at that point, VP.Prodigy had all their spells available, and OG was also a little bit split up. So it could have gone poorly for them, but he saved it out there with the big chrono.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. A quick game 1. We'll see if it's a quick game 2 as well. Remember, elimination on the line. VP.Prodigy now 1 loss away from elimination in the tournament. We'll be back after this break to see game 2 of this opening series.
Dire's Radiant are scanning. His top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Hey there, Dota fans, and welcome back. Dota Pit continues. It was a quick game 1 and a short break between games 1 and 2. Our Dota Pit admins keeping things moving, spoiling us with the remote production, remote observers, stepping up the game here during lockdown time. Sad that we're not in Croatia doing this coverage, but this is the next best thing, Trent. Dota Pit treating us well and giving us this great European CIS Dota content to enjoy. Fans, welcome back. You just watched a Core IO. I doubt we'll see it again in this game. VP.Prodigy, I know at least one of those bands.
Yeah, I hope not, at least.
How you feeling, Trent? You survived game 1? Glad you made it.
Yeah, it was a good match. It wasn't as like one-sided, I think, as it looked like. It wasn't a complete stomp. I mean, if you go back and you see this later, you're like, oh, okay, it was a 26-minute game. They got run over. You know, it wasn't necessarily that bad. There were chances there, but yeah, I approve of the IO ban as VP Pro like to throw out there. I think that's No Tail's laugh, right? They're just spamming.
Yeah.
I thought it was OG spamming, and then I had to check the chat.
Yeah, I don't. It's probably different for every player. Somehow for No Tail, I don't think spamming his voice lines is really going to get into his head. I feel like that will only feed No Tail even more, make him stronger.
And the Oracle ban to start things off. So are we getting a Darkseer?
That's an interesting thought.
That's what I think when I see that. And they also just play...
Ember, also a potential, right? The Dispel pretty good against Flame Guard.
Yeah, well, when they have first pick, they first pick Oracle too for VP.Prodigy sometimes. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
Just take him out of their comfort zone. Get rid of one of their favorite heroes. Prevent some like DP Oracle shenanigans.
Although that is surprising that the Doom was still and they banned the Oracle instead. Yeah, I don't. That makes me think it's more of a counter thing, and that they actually want like a Darkseer or something weird.
Mean, even Lina is kind of an interesting first ban from OG when there's so many other scary heroes left in the pool. But
yeah, true.
This might be the first round Lina ban that we've seen in this tournament. Certainly in the games that we've cast.
I like it versus VP.Prodigy though because they pick it a lot and they play it flex.
Okay.
So like it could be for save and it could still be mid, so it's also just kind of good versus both Phoenix and Undying, who I think are two of the better supports right now. Even though VP.Prodigy just lost with the two of them, but she returns once again. We've been seeing this quite a bit lately. The old Granny Lizard. OG tried it unsuccessfully versus Nigma.
Wow. Faceless Void this early on. OG wants some team fight. You've got an egg. You've got a chrono.
It's a tried and true combo for a reason.
The counter to counter. So you've got Phoenix, then you've got SAPPHIRE who can kill the egg, but you've got Void who can protect the egg with the chrono. Ah. Genius.
I feel like we see that position 1 game picked up a lot in this like 8th pick slot or 4th overall, as it were.
Yes.
Where it's just like
you got to save last for mid in a lot of these games.
Yeah, then there's like I don't know, you just have a lot of room to ban right here, and then you know that these top tier position 1s are probably going to get banned out, especially if you have the Phoenix. Like they're probably going to ban the Void. So, but they're keeping an eye on things. They're like, yeah, we're going to ban that Darkseer. We see that Oracle first phase ban. We know what you're thinking.
Yeah. Phoenix Void. And what's cool now about this early Void pick for OG is it is kind of a flex. It could be mid again for Thompson. It could also just be your safe lane mid 1 hero. I think position 3 Void is pretty dead, but
yeah,
you know.
I think it's probably, they'll likely just assume it's for mid 1 the whole time because they're not going to pick something that opens it up for mid, I would hope.
I mean, OG have 10th pick also, so they'll be able to react regardless.
True.
Venge banned out by OG. All right. A hero we've talked about a lot. I guess someone that does present a save scenario against this big team fight they seem to be drafting. So perhaps that's part of the thought process there.
Some bonus attack range for the SAPPHIRE versus the egg. Kind of cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. I keep forgetting that aura gives increased, like she has a telescope built into her aura now.
An attack telescope.
An attack telescope. Yeah, I need to like ingrain that into my memory.
It is a strange one.
It's just such a unique piece of utility on a hero that I thought I understood completely.
Who has had her aura changed like 6 times?
Yep. She's got Bloodseeker syndrome. I think that's what we're going to start calling it.
I like it.
Who is the quintessential hero for that? That has been not just reworked the most, but just ping-ponged back and forth.
Completely ripped apart and then put back together again. Snip, snap, snip, snap.
It might be Bloodseeker.
He's up there. I don't know if I can think of one worse. I'm sure there probably is one that's worse. I mean, Tiny in the tree grab is getting there, dude. It has charges, has no charges. It has charges, it has no charges.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Tiny pretty high up on my list. Invoker and Batrider banned out by VP.Prodigy. And what will be the 5th ban from OG?
Feels like they're just reacting to the OG bans.
Yeah.
They ban Venge, we ban Batrider. I mean, No Tail's Hero should probably come out next, assuming it's a Soxa Phoenix.
A lot of choices.
Still there. Ench is still there too.
If you're putting prioritization into the Bloodlust, I think Ogre and Void definitely have a lot of synergy together. He loves maxed out Bloodlust.
But they also like Impetus, which is also really good with Chrono.
Yeah, definitely. 2 forms of heal also. Attendance with the Sunray. Can make your team fight very sustainable.
If you pick the Tombstone, then Snapfire can only kill one of them.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that strat where you go like Plague Wards, Tombstone, Pugna Nether Ward, and there's just so much stuff on the ground, you can't kill it all. Maybe you throw a Rasta in there.
It's genius.
The Elder Titan. Okay, so we saw, I think last time you and I cast OG Elder Titan, it was a Topson ET mid against a Meepo. So it was
that's right.
Hard counter, like the true, all right, he's getting free Divine Rapiers at 20 minutes kind of ET. I don't think we'll see that here. This very well could be the position 5 hero for No Tail.
Yes, it almost certainly is. Should be a 5 ET. There's
very cool.
Not many players that can do it well. I feel like it's probably a little bit busted if you are good at it, especially like DY comes to mind from VG. He's extremely good at playing the 5 ET, but No Tail is as well.
Yep. Yeah, No Tail has played this for a very long time. I've got memories going back half a decade. And I think a very strong hero. Like now, so much setup on OG. Plus natural order to buff up all their damage. The Earth Splitter into Chrono is one of the most classic combos. It scales so stupidly well. I don't know if there is like a better late game combo than Chrono and Earth Splitter.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's a lot of percent-based damage.
It's pretty devastating. Of course, the ET has to level up to get to the level 3 ultimate, but if he ever gets there, shit's just over.
Currently, Seb doesn't know what his position 1 opponent will be. So him and the Phoenix will be going in blind. All they know is that it's probably a Snapfire in the lane. Kind of the frustrating part about this pick when it's in this order.
He played Mirana last game, and I wonder if something along those lines could be an option here. You know, something that's kind of mobile, just well-rounded. They take the profit. Okay, similar flavor. You know, very, very safe, not matchup dependent.
I think what's very good about it, too, is that it could be a mid-profit for Topson.
Yeah,
so
flex pick. Well, I had the same thought with Mirana. Like, she could also flex into mid and leave that open-ended.
It feels like you kind of need that flexibility right now. So you just don't get like some free lane or something for like an anti-mage. They banned Zeus. That's a Topson classic. Just give me Zeus.
Give me Zeus.
Famous true sight words, I believe. They're like all time. I'm pretty sure they're like all time with a hero, and then they're just like talking about completely different heroes. I was like, Zeus? Yeah, just give me Zeus. All right.
It is funny when you see those moments, having spent so many hours analyzing these drafts. And, we definitely have those games where we can't tell if we're hyper analyzing the thought process or if we're analyzing it, like under analyzing the thought process. And sometimes you see that and go, okay, so they just picked it. Yeah, okay. Thompson liked it.
Yeah, it goes both
Understood.
ways.
It definitely goes both ways. I'm sure sometimes we underplay the complexity of the drafting strategies, and other times it's like, no, there's no next level here. They just like it. It's just his favorite hero, and sometimes comfort matters more than meta. Definitely truth to that.
The Viper ban too. So
worried about break potentially with this last pick. I guess ET and Void do both have passives. If you break Void and he has the Aghanims, does he get the bash?
I have no idea.
Because if that break
he
counters it, then that would make sense given how much they've been prioritizing the Aghanims.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
I have no idea either. That's a weird...
My initial reaction is to say it doesn't, but then if it's applying the level of the ability, then it might be using the ability, and then so then it might like not work.
So that might be just targeted at the two passives they have already. But Morphling and Ricky, final bans. They already got the Grimstroke Ember Spirit combo, and they've also got Grimstroke Doom, that classic combo on VPP. So I do like what they've got going on with this draft, and they will take a Venomancer to round things out. Get some magic damage now.
Their lanes are kind of funky for VP.Prodigy.
Ember mid. I guess it's is it a 1?
It might be Venom mid.
Is that a 1 Ember?
Oh, yeah. Actually, it's probably 1 Ember, Doom mid, and a DM Veno. Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is.
Okay. It's likely to be a melee mid.
Yeah. But there's always the possibility they could like send the Veno, so you might not have like total freedom right here.
OG with 15 seconds. Very flexible draft between the Void, Prophet, and honestly the ET, assuming that he's the hard 5, but there's a small chance it could be a core.
The Morph ban is interesting.
They take Wraith King. So this is a hero that has been destroying in pubs.
So Thompson's getting Void again, dude.
Thompson Void. And it is going to be mid one that takes the Wraith King, and Seb will grab the Prophet. So no tail likely to take this Elder Titan into the safe lane.
Thompson, and they're still giving Void DM the Veno. Mid.
Yeah, it's going to be FN on the Doom.
Yeah. Okay, so Wraith King versus Doom. We've talked a lot about this in our drafts, and now he hasn't been showing up, but he's popping off in other regions a little bit versus all the Doom picks. Also, I love this Doom cosmetic. You guys will get to see in a little bit. So hype. But Chrono and Wraith King, not the best. I'll say that.
No, you're certainly right. But the rest of the team is pretty good with the Chrono. Egg, Fiery Spirits, Elder Titan buffing up everybody's damage with Spirits and Natural Order, Prophet on the outside throwing in right clicks.
Speaking of sets, is that a fresh cat? Is that from the new chest or something? That Elder Titan is badass.
We'll have to inspect it as we get into the game here.
The hell? I think it looks ownage.
I don't think I've seen this set either. Is that it? I'm not an Elder Titan player, so he is not one whose cosmetics I get excited for.
I just don't have enough Immortal 2 treasures to see them all right now.
Would you agree that ET is one of the biggest bait heroes in terms of skill, where you watch him in a pro game and go, holy shit, that hero looks broken, I can do that, and then you queue it up and do actually nothing on the 5 as Elder Titan?
It is so
you know what
hard.
I'm talking about?
I'll tell you what it is. It's so hard to control that stupid spirit because you can't use the control key. Like, you can't use that function of the control key to control other units thing. Yeah. And that's how I micro like everything. You have to actually use like a control unit hotkey. So like you have to use like the 2 key or whatever.
Like control 2. Oh, you don't do that? Oh.
Well,
you're not a control group guy?
No, I'm fine with control groups, but I just really like the control, like using the actual control key function thing that there is. And it doesn't work with the spirit for some reason.
Interesting.
So it drives me nuts.
That's good to know.
I just find it a lot easier to micro both heroes because like then you wouldn't even have to take it off your main hero, right? That's what makes it so good.
Yeah. I remember talking to No Tail at Summit 2 or Summit 3, and he told me the like most baseline trick to playing micro heroes like Meepo or whatever else where you have multiple units, he said constantly make new control groups. Like it's a lie. If you're playing Lone Druid, it's a lie that it's like, okay, my bear's on 1, okay, my druid's on 2, okay, they're both on 3. Like it's like you gotta constantly keep it fresh. Like your Meepos, I'm constantly doing control 1, control 2, control 3, and making new groups of Meepos and moving it around. It's like you can't get stale. You know, you gotta keep it fresh, you gotta keep rebinding, you gotta keep your fingers moving. Like, okay, so I just need to triple my APM. Got it, buddy. I'm on it. Mid one going to the bottom lane. Hey, and we've got the Wraith King Arcana, Trent. Or,
yes, we do.
Is this the Arcana? I keep forgetting what's an Arcana and what's a Persona. I don't know. I don't even know the difference these days.
I'm just disappointed.
Is this a Persona?
No, it's an Arcana.
It's an Arcana. Okay, good.
It has Arcanas tend to work with all of their cosmetics, and then they have
Personas are a
quests.
scam. I see. Personas are their own thing where it's just like, hey, we rewrote the lore. No other cosmetics. I mean, can you imagine Kid Invoker with the
30
Goku hair? I
seconds
mean, that
to
would just be
battle.
crazy.
Oh, we can't have that.
Female anti-mage with golden bashers? I mean, we don't have the technology to put that many particles in the game.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Technology's being worked on. Tail really likes that one.
A pretty long seb you got there, No
I
Tail.
tell ya.
The battle begins.
Okie dokie. So OG though, they are gonna switch up the lanes a little bit. Mid one on this Wraith King is gonna go bottom. Of course, Thompson will go mid on the Void, but that means up top it is gonna be Seb playing a little safe lane. Nature's Prophet this go. And they
Now,
are gonna
Iron's up
bump into
here
Ian.
scanning it out, and man, he took some serious beating for that one.
It was
He's
a
just gonna
good call
walk
to
home.
TP though. I don't know if he was gonna live through that otherwise. Good old Astral Spirit. Plus 20 damage per hero hit at level 1, and plus 7% movement speed.
You can't refresh the thing anymore, though. Oh, I didn't actually know they included it in the tip.
What do you mean by the thing?
Spirit, you can't refresh it. So one of the things that was super broken about Elder Titan was that like if you got a really good buff, like you did like 6 camps or
Radiant's
something, right?
courier has
Yeah.
been
When
killed.
that was expiring, if you instantly cast the spirit and then brought it right back to you, you would refresh that buff and keep it again
Oh,
for a second time.
holy shit, I didn't know that. So there's a little window there where the duration would last longer than the cooldown.
Yes. If the buff hadn't expired yet and you refreshed it, you could keep the old one. It was like
Oh.
a really
Radiant's
broken but like
bottom
kind of
tower
cool
is under
mechanic.
attack.
So now it resets every single time guaranteed.
Yes.
To a fresh spirit. All right.
And they had
That is-
Ebola there, or he was that man.
A
This-
small but significant change.
These 5 players on ET make it look so broken, though, just as you said. Like, right there, he just almost killed Ein. And first off, he TV'd back to the tier 3 when he almost died up top there.
Now he's going to walk home again?
Yeah, and he didn't walk home. He used both his tangos instead, trying to survive and come up top. And then,
I mean, we've seen boots first on a couple supports work really well. Against Elder Titan, that's one that's probably not going to go as well. Because he has boots and then also gets the movement speed from Astral, so you still can't run away from him.
yeah, but there's also, like, I don't even think you could fight him with these 2 heroes.
I guess that's true. Doom versus Void mid. Thompson taking some damage.
It's be a lot worse than the, I would think. Because Doom has a lot of damage over time.
Battle up top. Gonna find a first blood, and they do. No Tail takes a tumble, looking for more. They man up, and Epileptic Kid goes down. 1 for 1, but now they find Seb. A 2 for 1, favoring VP.Prodigy as we get a rotation.
Yeah, that was good. Flipping it with the 3 heroes, actually punishing the hyper aggression required to play that ET in the support role. And DM's a Veno, so no cares for the most part.
He should be fine down here.
Veno also getting some pretty significant buffs on the level 1 ward health. Kind of nice. Already at level 2 as well. It's got 30 more HP as well, but before the level 1 was like 75. Now it's 120, so you can actually like deny your level 1 wards. Makes it a little bit easier to get them early on.
Really nice. I always felt like level 1 wards were barely worth using because of how fast they died.
Yeah, they were actually pointless. Unless you were jungling.
And even then, if you screw up at all, they die so fast. The Thompson getting some space in mid as Doom works the jungle.
Notail's beating this pole situation 2v1 because he keeps pulling it north when he knows that Ein and Save are going to go for the left pole. It's pretty annoying.
Back. That's plus 90 on Notail right now.
Oh, that was nice.
Cookie into a 2-hero Inkswell.
They can't even fight him, as he said.
And down bottom, they do get the kill on DM. Our Observer caught it as we were watching up top. Good work, Observer. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, they just walked him down with a stun into all the damage. All the damage over time, too, from the Phoenix. That's pretty brutal, though, to ditch your Veno and then still not be able to convert into kills up top afterward.
Look at this, though. With this giant creep stack, Notail's getting so much free damage because he hits the stack in at least 2 of the heroes every time. And they can't contest it. Seb is going to start working this thing down.
Top is missing.
Top is missing.
Bottom lane again. Going on to DM. Does connect with that Venomous Gale. He'll be safe this time.
Yeah, he's in trouble territory now, though, because he hasn't even gotten a real level edge because of the death. Considering he's solo.
That's always a bad feeling when you're 1v2 and the 1 is equal with the 2 in terms of XP. Up top, we'll see Seb initiated on, getting brought down low. This tri-lane has a lot of damage. Notail looking for a counter kill. Might be able to find one. Needs another punch on Ian and does give him the stapler. Notail micros that courier back. Look at that. A pro player not feeding his courier into a fight at 5 minutes.
Who else?
Notail God.
It takes 2 Aegises to learn that ability.
DM down bottom. He's gonna die again.
I love how they are just committing. They're not letting the Venom just get away with being a nuisance, because I think that happens a lot for Venomancers. I actually thought it would still go a little bit better for him because it would be one of those like just not worth situations to chase him down and everything. But that's something about Wraith King, man. He's got a stun. You know, there's not a lot of ones that can help out and make things that easy.
It's the stun with the slow as well. I guess it used to be. Is it still a tapering slow? I think it's just a straight slow now, 20%.
Oh yeah, it used to be like, yeah, it was a weird slow before.
It used to be one of those ones where you would get extra slow at the beginning and then it would just kind of slowly get better over time. And now it's just 2 seconds of straight 20%, which is better. I think there was really no reason for that to be a tapering mechanic. Doom mid lane deployed onto Thompson. No help here. That'll be a freebie on the Void. Yep, that'll happen against the Doom.
Jeez, everybody else came for the XP. Again, this 6-minute tower push we've been talking about a lot in these matches. I feel like last game was almost the first one we didn't see that, where we had like the big rush to the mid lane with the catapult.
And we talk about pro players utilizing siege creeps a lot, but we're seeing it even more so these days, like right on that 6-minute spawn.
Yeah. Well, they did the same thing bottom after the multiple kills on DM. They just brought down Notail and easily grabbed that.
The skeletons, of course, make it nice and easy. 3 points in that Mortal Strike.
I've noticed in all these games, Seb has picked up the casual windlace a lot. He's a big fan of just grabbing it early on in the game.
Smart
I can appreciate that.
The value.
And he's always very careful to lock it, too. I've also noticed that, because he often goes brown boots into mech on various heroes.
Yep, been there, too. Yep. No, Seb, TP's back in. Epileptic Kid was ready and waiting. Up top, he's going to be in big trouble. Stunned up, follow-up, silence. Seb's going to have no chance to survive.
That was nice.
That was a big kill.
They knew.
Are fortified.
Now they're really giving it to him.
Mid one's holding the point down here.
Is under attack.
Are they? Wow, they actually aren't going to die for it. I guess he's got 3 points in Plague Wards. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Both lanes getting aggressive. VPP repelled in the top lane. And yeah, looking at net worth, Doom at about 4,300 and Void his counterpart mid at about 3,200. So a big margin ahead of Thompson right now.
Yeah,
Partially from the tower, but the kill and just winning the lane.
I do think that makes sense though. It's like the polar opposite of Kunkka, and like how Void has like certain options versus that hero. The time walk and everything doesn't really help at all versus Doom.
Yep. And now Seb also farming jungle, so lanes a little awkward for OG right now. We've got mid one down bottom. He's still solo, still hasn't skilled up the ulti, and kind of working the jungle. OG is spending a lot of time in the jungle just as a team right now. Not a lot of presence in the lanes.
Yeah, kind of just a mid one, pushing up bottom when he can. But yeah, even him clearing out some camps.
Top now, Soxa, only level 5, so no chance for an egg to reset. Stunned up into oblivion, and they will find the kill. Mid one is here, though, alongside No Tail. Mid one has killed the enemy Grimstroke. I'm getting the pop-ups for his Arcana. That's cool.
Win the match to harvest his bones!
Epileptic Kid. Well, I don't have this Arcana, so honestly, it's kind of cool to pretend. Epileptic Kid goes down up top, and now it's a 4-on-1, just FN, but he does have the Veno on the way. Seb trying to TP. It won't be enough. They will still get this Doom, though, I think. Yes, they will. They find the Bash, and now Veno going to be in some trouble. DM came up trying to find some counter kills, but he's just going to end up throwing his body at the problem. Now Save is here. Gets off a stroke. Gets off the ink swell there, but it's only the Wraith King ulti. Reincarnation, bringing him back to life. They do kill Save. One at a time. We're still coming in. Phoenix Egg countered by Ian. That's not the play, but it does cost Ian his life and secures an ultra kill for Thompson. There could be a rampage coming. Epileptic Kid, you need to be careful here, buddy. Thompson wants it. He's going for it. They're not going to get it. Meanwhile, he does find No Tail. Epileptic Kid. It's going to cost him one remnant. That's his only remnant. And Thompson won't go for it. Does get stunned up by mid one, though. They had an opportunity to kill him there if they wanted to commit, but it was definitely scary.
Oh, well, remember that time that he lost mid? No cares.
Yep. And he's going to go first item Aghanims, dude.
Alrighty.
Okay. Is this going to be the game? I want to see it. I want to see this thing role play as a Battle Fury. Oh, initiation. They're going to move into the jungle. Whoa, Epileptic Kid takes crazy damage from a Wrath of Nature. Thompson now gets the bash. We'll finish him off. Thompson able to survive thanks to the Time Walk. Mortimer Kisses not going to be enough. Silence is done. Damage ain't there. The Scatter Blast. Ian barely surviving. Thompson has to retreat, but now mid one's back in the fray. I think was that a smoke that they just popped there? Weird. No Tail, or Thompson rather, getting healed up. They will get the kill on the Seb in the bottom lane, meanwhile, as Thompson goes down mid.
All right, any takers on what you think that magical damage was?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It looked like a good 350,
438.
Ooh, that's got to be like one of the last hits from that Wrath of Nature.
Yeah, I think I saw like one after. That is, God, that's a crazy amount of damage.
Yeah, considering that it's global and Seb did that from the bottom lane.
I mean, to be fair, you can't guarantee it. So I mean, it's kind of just a dumb ability in some ways like that.
Uh-oh, no ult on mid one. He's going to be in some trouble here. Turns to the stun, pops the stick. Support is inbound.
What
Seb and Soxa.
Big save.
Thompson's here with a chrono. They set up the egg on the outside. Beautiful for OG. Soulbind does come out, but they've killed Ian, and now Doom gonna fall. No ulti available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They nailed the music on this Arcana, by the way.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's so good. Heavy metal Wraith King, like, come on.
It reminds me a little bit of the Doom music. You know, like, it's that kind of metal, like, it just feels so fitting and perfect for the theme.
Doom music is so sick.
It's impressive.
Can we just play that in between games? Is that copyright free?
Actually, I'm not sure.
I think it's good for Twitch, at least.
I think you're allowed to play that on Twitch. I'm pretty sure. I think the dude that made it was pretty keen on keeping it open.
I mean, you can stream Doom, so what if we just play Doom in between games?
That's true. Soxa gonna get caught. It is strange because there's a balance there, right? For something like Doom, I actually think letting people play the music is sick free marketing. For the
it's
game.
definitely good marketing.
People ask and they go, "Oh, that's video game music? Oh shit!"
I can kill and scrape demons off the floor, jamming to this heavy metal. Yes, please. I want to watch Dino play some Doom in between games.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see the Dota Pit admins run through for Doom on what's the crazy setting? Murderous or some shit. It's really hard.
Well, they're close to mid one there, but he'll walk it off. We've seen this bracer, let's see, in 2019. Mid one, it's 2020. Double bracer. Radiance, what is this sacrilege? Isn't this supposed to be a halberd, dude?
Double bracer. Oh yeah, I forgot that bracer is HP regen now instead of magic resistance.
Yeah. It was too good.
It was too good.
A typical carry and core players ruining everything for supports, by the way.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
is
It was
under
fine when the supports are buying casual 1 or 2 bracers, but the second the mid player does it, now it has to be unbalanced.
Yeah, they ruined
attack.
Puck
Radiant
for us
are
too.
scanning.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at mid one here, dude. He's just clearing out. DM and mid one have some sort of gentleman's agreement here. You just keep spamming Plague Wards. I'll just keep killing them.
I mean, it's not worth. They're 14 gold. I don't know.
Well, is this going to set up a big team fight? Because he's coming back. Mid one's in the fray. They've got the Fetus Egg on the back line. It is going to go through. The Ember Spirit gives up, but they do bring down mid one. DM and Save already on the sideline. It's a bloody fight. A 2-for-2 so far. Thompson's here with a Chrono, though, so it could turn. He does get a Chrono that will secure the kill onto Soxa, but can him and No-Tail clean this up? They're focused on Ian. He's going to go down next. A 3-for-3.
Oh, yeah, we're
An epic battle that will now bring down No-Tail. It's just Thompson. He wants vengeance onto FN. Another time walk, but he's going to need a couple of bashes here. Still does not have the Aghanims. Stunned up. Thompson in trouble. Needs another bash. No, this time it's an Ultra for Epileptic Kid as OG
Unreal.
put down.
We're trading ultra kills back and forth at 15 minutes.
Yep. Apparently so. Now VPP, they've got the gold lead. It's about a 3K net worth advantage for the Radiant underdogs.
All starting because mid one got bogged down by the Veno. It's FN up top. Oh, he's still pretty low here.
Yeah, that gentleman's agreement absolutely favored the Veno. I think DM pretty happy was starting off that fight. That was kind of a sick moment where it really did look like both teams were trying to bait each other. Where VP.Prodigy were standing there like, how long is he going to stick around on these? Uh-oh, up top, mid one. He does not have the ulti. It's still only level 1. Seb TPing in, but won't get there in time to save his Wraith King.
Yeah, it worked last time.
And now Seb's going to be in trouble. He does get caught by the stroke. Stomp from the Doom. He's donezo.
Death doesn't suit you.
4K.
Perhaps you'll grow and
Hit him with that tip.
The tipper.
Like he's playing Marth.
Uh-oh, Thompson. He did use that time walk a little early. Epileptic Kid trying to pursue. Not going to be able to catch him.
Sorry, I think this Aghanims is cursed. Because the second it starts coming out, things just fall
Seriously.
apart for whatever Faceless Void we see.
He's
Nice
still
fight.
700 gold short.
Dire's top tower
The
is
timing
under
just
attack.
feels a little awkward on it. Just a little.
Yeah.
You know?
It doesn't feel like a first item. It feels to me like you need something before the Ags. I don't know. The build last game felt a little bit better. You know, like you're building up to S and Y, and then you transition to the Aghanims. Mid one down bottom, caught again. This man has nowhere to farm. At cooldown on the level 1 reincarnation is pretty ass.
Yeah, it's deservedly long, but to die 3 times building your Radiance is pretty painful.
Yep.
Especially when your other core is building a big item in the Aghanims first, too.
DM, TP home, he'll get put to sleep. Oh, a meteor hammer.
Yeah, the Phoenix Hammer returns.
I like it. Doom comes in though, Blink Dagger, drops the Doom onto Void, hit by a stroke. I think Thompson's going to be in trouble here.
I don't
Mortimer
think Ag
kisses.
saves him. Yeah.
It
Soxa knew.
Down.
He's like, yeah, I can't do anything, guys. If I egg here, you're just dead anyway. And I'm gonna die too.
Sunray off the map. TP. Oh, that's a cool mechanic. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, classic.
Wow, OG in trouble. This Doom mid seemed to work out very well for VP.Prodigy. Not even just beating the Void mid, but also a mid that can continue to accelerate. Like, FN is really in the driver's seat right now with this Blink Dagger, finding some great initiations with the Doom, and also just with this War Stomp.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's just like, it's kind of one of those simple parts of Dota that OG are just trying to skip over. They tried to have two just really greedy cores that don't really do that much to start unless they're like flawless with their spells and everything. Like, unless you take every fight with Reincarnation and every fight with a good Chrono,
yeah,
it's going to be very difficult to carry yourselves through these first two item buildups. Especially when your Prophet has to like go mech and he's like TP medic in, still trying to help you win these fights, but you still can't get it. It's just greedy, right?
Yep. Now, the greed could still pay off. I think OG are on the cusp right now where 6K at 19 minutes is very scary, but they've got this Ancient stack here. You've got the Relic now. You're like kind of on the cusp of some of these big items. Void, a couple hundred gold from this.
It's also Doom, too, who I think Doom kind of inflates a little gold.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Void mid lane, though. Roots into stun. Follow up. Soulbind. Void in big trouble, but they can't finish him. There was a poison over there. Seb and Soxa both going to get brought low. Seb maybe in trouble. The Veno poison brings him down, and FN finds the kill. Soxa.
Oh, Soxa, you got so greedy, dude.
And now no tail. It's going to be one at a time. He's rooted outside of the base. There's no help. The tail's down.
He tried to do the diving meteor hammer and finish the channel before just going back to high ground. He died for it. Well, we have the eggs.
They've got the eggs and mid one. Oh, he's so close to this Radiance. Halfway to the recipe. A pretty late Radiance. And 20-minute rune.
Here goes Thompson mid.
Whoa. Whoa. 4 runes, though, going to VPP.
Oh, geez, stop. He got screwed up those last 3 last. Buys his fresh eggs, and he's just like, all right, here we go, guys.
They want to smoke off this. They know. They've got Chrono. They've got eggs. They do have Reincarnation. It's also at level 2. Still no Radiance. Thompson jumps in. He gets silenced right away. Thompson. Soxa saves him. Now they turn on the DM. Mid one there with the stun. Mech trying to help him out, but VPP very spread right now. They've got 2 top killing Seb. They will get DM, but they do trade the Prophet for it. No Doom used. Also, Doom does have a Shiva's Guard now. 11K net worth the favor.
Jeez, no wonder no one used to buy this thing. It was only 250 before. Because I'm even seeing Thompson jumping and thinking, man, 350 isn't that far when you really think about it.
No, it's not.
Like, 600 is your standard ranged attack.
It's not massive.
No. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's a bubble, so it's like, it's a decent AoE, like, when from all sides. It's just that's not typically how it works when you're, like, chasing someone.
Yeah. It is really good for chase down, though. That is true. If you're, like, you know, somebody who's a little wily, you know, trying to catch those blink daggers.
The old 21-minute Philosopher's Stone. Not the one that you want to get at the very end of hunting these neutrals. Good Doom.
Yeah, Thompson going to be caught again. Stomped up, and there's going to be no save. He's just dead. Mid one brought down low. They find the next kill onto the Elder Titan. Phoenix Egg is going to go off. Gets a decent stun, but there's just not enough follow-up damage. Seb goes down. Mid one dies immediately, and it's a clean sweep. 5 down for OG, and VP.Prodigy, all 5 still alive.
Damn, dude. He's got the levels on SAPPHIRE, too. That was a level 2 ulti, and he was gooping on him. Right at the end there. But, yeah, Apple Abbott the Kid's been destroying this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He just does way too much.
FN has also been destroying on Doom. I feel like every single Doom he's cast has been on point, timed right, with follow-up, on a key target. Like, they're all translating to kills. They've been slowly just grabbing more and more map control. Like VP.Prodigy only have 2 tier 1 towers right now, but they've still done a great job playing on the OG side of the map and limiting the space that OG have to farm and set things up.
All right, they have Chrono and DD.
It's that one plus side, right? Void died without using Chrono, so maybe this could set something up. Maybe. SAPPHIRE's going for Aghanims, by the way.
Oh, yes!
Are you ready?
I am so ready for this. I don't think it's the right item choice, but I love it.
Eat him!
There's almost no way it's correct. I feel like he's buying because he thinks they've already won. This might be a mistake.
I would agree. I don't know if I've ever seen the Ags in a pro game.
Radiant are scanning.
I'm sure it's been picked up, but I don't think I've cast one.
Just so expensive. I mean, it's cool, but man, it's expensive.
Okay, here we go. Thompson, that's the setup. They're going to find Ian. Invisibility with a Glimmer Cape. Does give him a reset, and he actually lives. A Soulbind comes out. Not a particularly long cooldown.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The other problem with it is the cast range is only 150, so it's not some cheeky ass save. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna be able to like pull someone out or whatever of a bad situation for the most part.
Oh, Wraith King ult used. Doom also dropped onto Void. Thompson not going to be able to Chrono again. Mid one just tries to TP, and it will be successful. But on the other side, they get another. Saksa takes a tumble.
I tell you, it's a good thing they changed that Axe, because it's definitely not casting Chrono.
Yeah. Doom, the ultimate
Dire's
shutdown.
middle tower is under attack.
It's like this isn't even a silver lining, but the only scenario, what's the win rate percentage? 77 to 23. Whoa. 80-20, basically. So,
has fallen.
Dota
I'm surprised
Plus
it's still that high.
Yeah, it thinks that OG has a chance. And I like if somehow OG smoked up and found the perfect Chrono, most of this net worth lead is on the Doom and the Ember right now. Like this net worth breakdown is very, very weird.
But Venno is also still ahead of the entirety of OG.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Mid one and him are now jostling.
OG have big problems. I guess I'm just saying if they did manage to catch this Chrono and kill Epileptic Kid, it is a huge blow to the power of VP.Prodigy.
Well, that's a big Chrono.
And he find it, connects on 3. Now they need the follow-up damage. Thompson trying to focus down the Venomancer. He's going to be the one to get silenced. They don't find any kills in the Chrono, though. Now the Soulbind comes out, and OG might be in trouble. Thompson getting brought down very low. Seb as well. They will lose 3 in exchange for DM.
See you later, nerd.
Not the fight that OG wanted, and they are going to get wiped up here. A 1 for 5, better than last time. The 5 for 0. But, they might be a little too far behind. A great Chrono.
There was no Earth Splitter that fight, too. It wasn't available. It was on cooldown for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. An Earth Splitter on top of that Chrono would have been pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there was also no Doom that fight, so, you know.
That is also true.
One of those.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, and now
is
that
under
win rate,
attack.
90-10 after that fight. So very quickly, this opportunity closing as the Doom and Ember Spirit continue to scale. 19, 3, and 11 on this Ember. So involved in 30 of their 38 kills. Epileptic Kid has been everywhere. Mid lane.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't know if they can do this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Even right there, he saw Thompson use the Aghanims twice with Time Walk to get the bashes. Epileptic Kid seemed pretty unfazed by it.
Yeah, I mean, he is 7 levels ahead of him. when you put it like that.
Yeah. He also has 3.5 items. Void has
more than twice the net worth.
1 item, and oh, look at this. Another Doom.
The Void Eggs. I don't think you can really blame it on this, honestly. Does it really matter what IMC has if FN just dooms him every single fight? Well, I guess Lincoln's, but still.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, bottom lane. Some initiation setup. Seb is going to come down to try to help mid one. Maybe they can get this kill on to save. Soulburn, not quite enough to finish him off. Save's actually going to walk away. The Radiance Burn is not enough. Mid one does have the ultimate here. It looks like they're trying to finish off Epileptic Kid. Does get hit by an Earth Splitter. That'll bring him down pretty low. This is a big opportunity. There's no Doom down here. It doesn't look like he has a TP, but DM trying to top him off. He's in the back line, drops the Nova. Phoenix has to egg. Save is still alive. They do find him, but now Big Bad Doom is here. He jumps in, and he's going to clean house. Mid one falls. Soxa goes down. OG dropping like flies.
Fine, hurry. Get the eggs out. Quick. Yes. Courier, fly. I have to goop FN into the fountain. No, Courier.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Ace this thing.
I didn't realize that it was only 150 cast range.
Yeah, it's not...
I really thought it was much bigger.
No, it's tiny.
Hobson jumps in, and he is stun-locked into oblivion. Is going to have another time walk. Chrono available, but to what avail? Okay, he catches the Doom. See you later, nerd. This one's looking pretty over.
Here we go. Gobble him up.
Dire's
All right, who's he
bottom tower
grabbing?
is under attack.
I guess I'll wait till someone respawns. But he's definitely spitting that bed in.
It's literally called Gobble Up. Gobble Up and
It's
spit
got
out.
the best icon of any ability in the entire game, by the way.
What?
It's 10 out of 10.
Mortimer making the derpiest face possible.
Dire's
Yeah.
middle tower is under attack.
What is Mortimer supposed to be? Is he based on a real animal? Is he like one of those salamander
bearded
things?
dragon or
A bearded
whatever?
dragon? Those, yeah, I've seen pictures of those things.
Yeah, I don't know what it's official.
Do they really
thing
walk
is.
like that, though, with their feet facing inward? It doesn't look like that's how knees are supposed to work.
I'm not a lizard expert. I'm sorry.
I gotta
There's
get
many
Annie in
things
here.
I'm an expert on, but it's not lizards.
Ah, I see. This is lizard?
Lizard. I'm an expert on that lizard. He's got a husky, plays a harmonica.
I did not
No,
know.
we just doomed a mud golem. FN is done.
What? What the fuck? What? Why? Well, I don't even... Whoa. Did they get Seb down bottom? Oh, maybe more? Thompson, TP. Do we have the interrupt? They do. That's a Yule Scepter. Thompson about to be put to bed. Rooted up. No follow-up here. Does have a time walk to try to make it out, but not even a TP. Nice stroke. Deeper into the trees.
OG's commencing mental warfare.
I see. Stretch it out as long as possible. Tilt him getting into game 3.
All right, he could have gobbled up that catapult and spit it. I'm a little disappointed, frankly. I sent it as he was running by.
VPP taking their time. Roshan still standing. Available and waiting. I mean, OG haven't lost barracks yet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Still a tough position to be in
Dire's
here, but
bottom tower has been denied.
at least holding the base. Bottom tier 3 does go down, denied by mid 1. Now creeps
Oh,
in.
he sends the catapult!
Flying catapults. Now no tail. He's dead. That looks like an Aghanim's on the Ember. Sure is.
I want trebuchets or I want nothing.
That was pretty badass.
So you get the bounty
Dire's
of the
bottom
creep,
barracks
apparently?
has fallen.
Sapphire earns the creep's bounty after it has been spat out and died.
Oh, that's nice.
Kind of cool.
Okay, so you get the freebie on
Radiant are
the siege creep.
standing.
And then whatever you spit, it doesn't change the actual spit out mechanics.
No.
That's all static. Okay, 100 burn DPS.
A 3 puddle duration as well.
Yeah. And a
Nice.
1.5 second stun
Dire's
duration.
middle tower is under attack.
Chrono, FN, Thompson finally getting vengeance.
Can't believe he didn't just spit someone into that chrono. I guess he's decided this game's not completely over. I mean, maybe FN should decide that before he doomed a mud golem, but
Well, hold on now. Another fight breaking out. No buyback on the Doom. Thompson's dead, so it's back to a 4v4. Phoenix Egg comes down. Soulbind not going to latch onto anything, but mid one will have to utilize the ultimate. OG still has some issues here. Can they take this fight? Ein, now he's going to be in trouble. He'll go down, but they do lose Saksa. Now a 3-on-3. Mid one a little bit low. Seb also in trouble. He's going to go down in mid one. No path to escape. No Tail comes in. They want Epileptic Kid. They've got a lot of damage. Mid one sustaining longer than planned. No Tail trying to square up, but he's no Mike Tyson. Buster Douglas. Oh man, it was a good try.
It was a noble effort.
Yeah. This is looking like the nail in the coffin. They're not going to tap out quite yet, but 2 lanes barracks down.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Just too far behind.
I mean, they're really trying to drag this as long as they can. Again, I think they're just trying to annoy VP.Prodigy more than anything. And I feel like it's kind of working when Doom's dooming Mud Golems.
Dire's middle barracks are
He might just be bored.
Exactly. Taking him off his, cutting that mental edge in the next game.
Well, we'll see how effective it is. 52-22, BPP. One step away from squaring up this elimination series and taking us into a Game 3 decider. 99% win chance. Nigh unthrowable.
Well, thankfully they have a repair kit.
But, oh, good. Goody.
Yo.
Gobble Up is kind of cool with Venno, though. Of all the heroes that you want to throw in,
it's true.
Venno is kind of one of them. And he does have an Ags as well as a Force Staff. So it's reasonable. You could gobble him up. He gets off a sick ult, and then just Force Staffs back to safety.
Yeah, he goofed him onto the Void last time.
That's pretty sick.
Double damage.
Again, though, guys, I don't know. Maybe Dodge is one of your pubs. I will say the Aether is kind of cool. If you had Aether and Telescope, then we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Then you've got some actual save potential with Gobble Up. But it's, again, I do think it's just a little bit too pricey, personally. 4,200, you think about all the other small items you can buy with that. You can get like a Yules, be on your way towards like Blinks and stuff. And
there's a lot of potential utility there.
Yeah. I mean, Greaves, Pipes, it's just... Snappfire's too many good items for this Aghanims to be okay.
Oh, OG going to be in trouble here. They're starting to get sandwiched, and a double damage on Doom. Soulbind. Doom's ult has already come down, but it's not going to matter. Thompson and No Tail dead.
Cookie.
Buyback from Thompson. Mid one going to come back, but he'll die pretty much immediately as he comes back. Epileptic Kid finds Saksa. That'll stop his TP, and that is 3 dead.
Does look hilarious. I wonder what's the unit speed on it?
Now that's a question. How fast does the projectile fly? Yeah, Snappfire's got some pretty good taunts. She's playing a fiddle.
Ah, the projectile provides 500 radius flying vision as it travels.
Chrono. Is this Ember even going to take damage? No. Soulbind comes down, Seb in trouble, and that will finally be the GG. The dieback for Thompson was what they were waiting for.
Pretty brutal game overall. After the first 15 minutes or so. OG were holding the theoretical win percent of about 15 or 75% around the 15-12 minute mark